Sanibonani. Usishi futhi lo Ncwaba Mathendra ubayikhulu. Ngihamba nogoba majanga samahle ombambo omageza ngobisi. Yesterday someone came to see me and they just needed to ask a random question about something they experienced. They told me a story of how round where they live, there is a spa and there is a Checkers. Whenever she goes to buy stuff, she normally goes to spa. She never goes to Checkers. But on this day, she decided she's going to go to Checkers. When she got there on this particular day, she suddenly started feeling very nervous. She was very paranoid. She kept looking around, thinking something bad is about to happen, but she couldn't quite explain it. These things don't happen to her. Then she did her shopping, very nervous, very scared, and bought everything she needed, went to her car, still looking nervous and looking around, thinking something bad is going to happen, but nothing happened. Then, a couple of days later, she goes back to Checkers. Now she's no longer nervous. She's very calm. She's very happy. Then she goes to shop. Then a lady comes and approaches her about some sort of scam where they could buy groceries and get some sort of discount because this lady claims to know someone internally. She doesn't like these things, but for some reason, this friend of mine said, hey, you know what, let me hear this woman out. Remember, she's no longer nervous now. Next thing she knows, she's outside Checkers. They're waiting for this lady. It's taking very long. She doesn't understand what's going on. She doesn't even know why she's following this lady she doesn't know. This lady has asked for a phone number, everything. Oh, we're going to be chomies now. But she gives the phone number to this lady, strange lady. Then eventually she tells the lady, listen, I'm really in a rush. I'm going to have to go. Then she goes back and finishes her shopping, and then she leaves. Later that night, she starts noticing that there are transactions that are coming off her bank account. Immediately she blocks the cards and she tries to stop everything. So she asks me, she says, Mkulu, how could it be that I was nervous a couple of days ago, but nothing happened, and then on a day when I'm not nervous, something happens? So I explained to her the concept of time. For those of you who don't know, I'm a lover of physics and everything how things work in the world. I spoke to her about quantum physics, quantum mechanics. I spoke to her about the string theory. I spoke to her about the multiverse theory. I spoke to her about superposition. A lot of things that are happening in the subatomic world that we don't fully understand. For example, scientists discovered that there is indeed proof that there are other universes. But basically what I was trying to say is that your spirit guides are outside this construct. They are outside where we are. So they see time differently than us. They experience time differently from us. So sometimes you will go to a place where something bad is going to happen before it happens, and then you experience some sort of nerves and you realize that something is not right here, and then nothing happens. And then couple of days later, you go back and then something happens. This could happen with people as well, relationships. You can meet someone and you get a bad feeling about them. But they prove to be okay. Then you become friends with them or you date them. Then, boom, you discover something about them. I read about a lady who went on a date with this man, and only to discover that the man was a serial killer. She only realized something is not right when she was at the man's house, and she just asked to leave. So I wanted to make this video because I wanted to say, trust your gut instincts. Trust your spirit guides. If you are on a trip, maybe you are going to the shops, maybe you are going to a friend's party, and suddenly something goes wrong. Maybe you spill tea on yourself and you end up being late. Maybe you feel sick and you just can't go. Don't go. Just let it go. The sickness will probably be accompanied by another feeling in the pit of your stomach that something is wrong. And then next thing you know, you hear in the news that on the road you were going to take, there was a massive accident. It hasn't happened, but it will happen. So avoid it by trusting your guides. It all begins, though, with you connecting with your guides and understanding how your guides communicate with you. So the world is an incredible place. A lot is happening here that is more than what meets the eye. I could talk about the link between physics and spirituality the whole day. I could argue about it and debate it. I love it. I love debating about it. But this is not a physics or education blog that I'm doing. I'm just speaking about you trusting more in your spirit guides when they are trying to warn you on something or someone or a decision that you're about to make. Check in. Listen to your instincts. Listen to your emotions. Listen to what you're feeling inside about the decision you're about to make. If something is saying no inside yourself, then it's a no. Yes, some people are going to say, but Nkulu, sometimes you have to take a leap of faith. Sometimes you have to believe that things can go right. Yeah. Again, all of that will be in the pit of your stomach. You will know when something says, do it. It will be okay. But when the time comes where something says, something is wrong here, and you feel it everywhere, and you are nervous and you don't know what's going on, don't go. Just let a couple of months or a couple of weeks pass before you go to that place that you felt uneasy about. Then the answer will show itself. Be safe, Bantu Bakithi. Thokozani, Lesedi, Makosi, Tamaku, Tobela. Ngiyabonga.